What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ K at the party. I'm your host with the most. You already know how I do on those ones and twos, because you know what? I make it do what it do. You heard? I'm back with another show of conversation. My bad. We back with another show of the conversation, and it's about to go down. And yeah, y'all see the title. This is probably going to be triggering the some people, but this is probably going to be triggering to some people, ladies
That's
and
why you
gentlemen.
have no friends.
You know what? I didn't ask you to speak yet. Okay. God. This lost my damn train of thought. Shit. What? All right. So the title of the show is "Who is the prize
in the relationship,
men
men
or women?" Hold on. I think we.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
So how we gonna do this?
Shit.
I need to go in another room.
Probably go in another.
I should go in the garage.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right.
I can't wait for them to get their shit together.
Yeah, you know, we getting things. I apologize. But since quick, let's see if this not here. We got amazing artists building. McDonald, what's up? Leslie, what's going on? Aurora Transparency. It's the remix. Sorry about the echo, y'all. Apologize. We got Tasha. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got a few other people in here. I got to let up. Oh, there we go. There we go.
So
Got a
Tasha,
few other people.
Tasha doesn't want to be on the show. That's my best friend. She just wants to watch. So
She just want to watch?
I
Okay.
think to actually be on the panel, but it's ignore her.
She doesn't have to be on. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I would love her to commentate, but that's fine. She doesn't have to be on. All right, y'all, we're gonna get started real quick. Old school's getting set up real quick. He had to go in another room because it's giving off an echo, unfortunately. Yeah. So give me a 1 if everybody can hear me in the comment section. If you guys can hear me, give me a 1 real quick. Anybody in there? Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys. 1. Okay, great. I'm glad everybody can hear me. All right. 7. All right, y'all. Well, let me go ahead and introduce the crew. The co-host of this evening, my sister. Her melanin is popping right now. I told her she's glowing like a superstar. She's been bullying me all day today. Just letting you know, she didn't cuss me out, all that type of stuff. But I still y'all put your hands together in the comment section for Love Bug, y'all.
I don't like you. I'm not gonna be on here for long.
McDonald says, "Shout out to your sister for supporting you."
Yeah, it got to be love, cause baby, if y'all know him like I know him, it got to be love.
All right, y'all. I got a few other people in here. I gonna know and love. I got a new panelist. She's my cousin. all the way from Houston, Texas, H-Town. You heard me? But she's originally from Florida. Okay. She on my daddy's side of the family, and Tasha, welcome in the show.
Hey, Kevin, glad to be here.
How you doing? You doing good?
I am. I'm interested to see what you have to say on this topic tonight about who's the prize.
Who's the prize, right? Who is the damn prize? All right. Old school, you got something in the background.
Just cut out the fan. Yeah, you hear it now?
All right, yeah, it's out. It's out.
Is that better? Yeah, it was the fan.
Better.
Now I'm gonna sweat to death. That's okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. The next person I'm gonna introduce is my best friend in the whole entire world. He's a songwriter, producer extraordinaire, and performer, artist, all that type of stuff. And he's also a well-known panelist. My guy, Trace, in the building. What's up, man?
Hello.
Y'all give a round of applause in the comment section.
What's up? What's going on with you?
All right. Thank you for being on the show today, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, and we got another new panelist. My baby sister. She's also known. We call her because she's a boss. She be always bossing. We call her Lady Boss in the building. Welcome, Lady Boss, to the show. Say what's up to the people.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be here. Glad to see you. Excited to see what we're going to delve today. So let's go.
Boy, we about to have some people in here today, boy. All right. Okay. Last but not least, my goodness, my big brother, the OG, styling and profiling. Y'all, I love him. Y'all love him. Mr. Old School in the building.
Hey man, how y'all doing? How's everybody? It's gonna be a good one tonight. I hope. We'll see. We see.
All right.
Hey,
you already got a fan down here, Lady Boss. McDonald said, "Hey, Lady Boss."
Yeah, I was gonna comment about that, man. We get all these cute cousins and sisters there, man. You know, you be
Look,
holding
man,
out, bro.
Look, man, I got
you holding out.
Here, man.
I know I'm an old fart, but you holding out, man. I know you be doing it, bro, man. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
All right, man, it's going down. We're gonna get into it. Okay. All right, let's now that everybody's in here, let's have this discussion. Who is the prize in the relationship when it comes to the relationship, men and women? So, co-host, I'm gonna let you pick the first. I'm gonna let you pick the people. Even if you want to go first, that's fine. But I'm gonna let you go at it and pick the. We got a couple of rookies in here, so I'm just on the panel.
Let's get this over with. We're gonna start with Old School.
Oh, see, picking on me already.
Oh,
yeah.
I.
We don't want to hear KD shit till the end. It's time for the show to be over.
Okay.
That's so rude. That is so rude.
So what's the topic again? I'll mess with you.
Old school topic. Lord Jesus. The topic of the show.
It went out my head 2 seconds ago. Okay. Come on.
Who is the prize in the relationship, men or women?
Okay, well, that's a hell of a question, bro. First of all,
All right.
these days,
You said that's a
damn
horrible
sure ain't
question?
no, it's
A
a
hell of
hell of
a-
a question.
Oh, hell of a
And
question. Okay.
reality would tell you it damn sure ain't us. Okay, we ain't the prize because we have no value other than sperm and money. That's all it worth. We ain't the prize. So it's just fucking real. I mean, women has been empowered. They have, they getting better jobs and all that. And so really, I mean, you can put a pair of breasts on and sell anything, dog food, anything you want. Power tools. You can't put a penis on shit. You gonna sell nothing. Can't nobody pay attention to it. So that's what it is. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, it used to be the dog was the man's best friend. Bullshit. Dogs don't give a fuck about us male. It's the females that got the dogs, and the dogs. Look on the dog food can. It's a female. What's her name? Female make the food now. And also dogs. We don't have dogs anymore. So the truth of the matter is they are the prize. So that's why I tell you, when a man gets into a relationship with a woman, he likes her. Ask her one question: how much is it gonna cost me to make you my woman, to make you my ride and die, make you the woman I want to go to hell and back with, and it's just gonna be me and you. I'm gonna die with. How much it gonna cost me? Because I want to know now. Because I know y'all the prize, and we gonna pay to have it. Any man say he ain't paying, you lying ass. It costs. Women are expensive. If you got expensive taste or cheap taste, it's up to you. But it gonna cost you. If you think it not, you're lying. Any man, unless you pimp it, it's gonna cost you. They are the prize. But ladies, don't get it misconstrued. Some of us are worth, the work too. We just gotta work a little harder because we got a brain mode. Y'all come in looking at all that. Don't take a man much. Go okay. So that's why I tell young men, before you talk to a woman, take sex out the relationship. Get in here. Then you know what's going on. Because you got a prize you went after that shit. Most women ain't chasing our asses. They ain't chasing us unless you walking in there. You got NBA card, NFL card. You win dress to go. They might say, oh, he got some pepper. But other than that, you chasing that ass. I don't care what it is. Any man, if you say you ain't, you're lying. So the prize is right there. But it's how you as a man value that prize and what you're going to do to get it. How much are you willing to give up to get it? But in turn, after that, if you work it right, your ass will become the prize. If you man up the right way. So hey, that's all I got to say on the subject. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Sam. Before you go to the next person, you said a mouthful right there, y'all.
Oh, what do? You should have known that.
So we got a comment that says, "Treat them like a prostitute."
Ooh,
that's from constitutional. I don't. What do you mean by that? You might want to break that down, brother. I'm just saying. And I would hurry up quickly.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, that was bold right there. That even got me nervous. Like, oof.
I'm about to get off of here.
Welcome in, Zans. I think that's what it's called. McDonald said some females nowadays want you to pay them to conversate with you. I'm like, what the fuck? That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
What did I just say? You're gonna pay. What the hell? Any woman that works, any woman, you're gonna pay.
Constitutional auditor said Slick explained it just fine. I don't know. Okay.
He said it. I don't even know.
No, it's not a secret. It's not a secret meeting. All right. Well, all right. That was old school's 2 cents. So let's go with the next.
That was really 5 cents. That was kind of 5 cents right there. That wasn't no 2 cents. That was whole
5 cents. Okay. 5 cents.
Yeah, right.
You're right. You're right.
Well, I'm gonna ask who wants to go after that, because I'm not going.
All right,
wants to
I
go?
have,
Scott.
I'll go.
Don't be Scott.
Sasha,
Go ahead,
Sasha
baby.
wants to go. Sasha
All
wants
right.
to go.
My friend Nicole, I will start. And my friend Nicole would definitely jump right in and say that women are definitely the prize. I kind of I differ in opinion. I think why we can't both be the prize. If we both went what we wanted and we both found what we wanted, I'm compatible with him, he's compatible with me. It feels like he found something great in me. Versus, should we both feel as though we found the prize?
Yeah.
That makes sense, but that ain't the real though. That it makes sense. But how many women think like that? And I'm telling you, it's not very many. Not very many.
Why are we so divisive today as to where we're competing like this, as to where there's a prize,
Exactly.
first place or a last place? Why are we so divisive?
Well, I mean, as a woman, answer that question yourself, because nowadays women are talking about I don't need a man, I can do anything you can do, and all these other things. I said that's not what it's about. Especially the relationship. It's about I'm doing my part as a man, and as a woman, you bring this relationship, you do your part, whatever it is. But now that's not the case. Now women, I mean, and I'm talking about all women, but the women I've dealt with going through whatever process of watching other men, it's all about them. I'm the prize and what you gonna do and all that. That's why I produced that question. How much
Can
gonna
I
cost
jump
me?
in?
Yeah.
Can I jump in?
Always, come on.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in. So, me personally, I think it's definitely the man and the woman. They're both the prize because a man is going to bring to the relationship different things that the woman cannot, and vice versa. And the thing about it is, in this society nowadays, there's not enough women that are willing to allow men to be in their full masculinity. They begin to think that, oh, he's attacking me, he's doing this, he's doing that, and the third. Whereas a woman is almost trained up to be in her masculine and feminine energy. So it's hard for her to tap into her full feminine energy without feeling like she's being attacked or she's feeling some type of way. So that's number one to me, is that nobody is really tapping into who they really are, or they feel like they can't be that way. I don't think that men always have to me it's called tricking. But to me, you don't have to apply that pressure when you dealing with a real woman.
Yeah.
I mean, you gonna do it in a certain way, but it's not gonna be material things. Because, to entice a woman like me, it's not gonna take materialistic things. However, I do want to know you could provide. I want to know that you can provide for me, but that doesn't mean you gotta go buy me expensive bags or anything like that. But again, I feel like a lot of people just gotta tap back into who they truly are. You gotta let a man be a man. You gotta let a woman be a woman. But you gotta let the man lead, and you gotta be able to be not too independent where you can't be submissive. But that's my little take.
And it ain't about submission either. Okay, so what's the other young lady name? The other cousin? KD.
Sasha.
Yeah, I want both ladies. If I was a man and I saw both one of y'all, I wanted to engage you and was talking to you, and I asked that question, I just said to you, how would you answer that? Could you answer that in a way that?
Say your question again.
If I was, my question is what I said when with so many problems dating and men, women trying to find each other, understand one another, where your head is. Sometimes you get married and spend 10 years trying to figure that shit out. So I'm saying shortcut. I'll come you say, look, honey, I saw you. You look good. I think we could do some things together, but I'm looking for that ride and die, that one I want to go to the moon with. So I feel you that woman. How much is it going to cost me to make you that woman for me?
So when you say cost, are you just talking financial, or you saying
no? See, and that's the first thing. The first thing a woman gonna think is financial.
That's what I'm
asking. All financial. It's emotional, mental. It's all kinds of things. So I want you to tell me, sit back and say, look, well, I want my like the other young lady said, I expect the man to do this. I want this, blah blah blah. So you're on the same level. Okay, all right. because the woman walking to me, I said that, she said, well, I expect my man to buy me a $1 million house. You off the list, baby. Next. you know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to, like that one video we saw, KD, the woman said, I don't want to do nothing. I want to pick up your socks. I want to do nothing. I want you to pick up on yourself.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to have to take care of you. You should be able to take care of yourself. And we just, I said, what the hell? What the fuck I need you for? If you ain't gonna do, I'm here to please you. You're here to please me. So I want to know that question. How could you ask? Could you answer that question and not feel like I'm attacking you or being an asshole? I'm just being straight. What's no cost?
I think that's a good straight up question.
Yeah, I think it very is. Could you answer that though? How could you answer that?
So, for the financial component,
You're going in and out. Somehow
You're going in and out, cousin.
Yeah.
We about to eat.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So when you're talking about the emotional aspect of it, I do expect time. I do expect one-on-one time. I would expect for us to at least have 2 evenings together, undivided. And that could be about 2 to 3 hours. I don't expect that a lot. There'll probably be kids involved. I'm never gonna stop working. I'm always gonna have a career, and I expect for him to have a career. So I'm not asking for, but throughout the week, I would say a good 2 to 3 hours dedicated time, like face to face. Let's do a date night on the weekend, and yeah. So as far as like that aspect of it, emotionally, I expect concentrated time. At least a good 8 hours. That's intentional and conscious, not us. You know, we got our cell phones, the other things going, but dedicated time. As far as and emotional, also, I think I also need intellectual stimulation. So, aside from like the emotional aspect of it, and this can all tie together when we're communicating, but we also have to be able to. I have to be stimulated on an intellectual level. I read a lot. You have to bring something to the table as far as that. You also have to be good with your hands. Like you got to be handy, and that's part of like me getting my pride. I'm not good with that. I don't do that. That's not my arena. You got to be able to put stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the financial part, yeah, that's definitely that has a lot of different factors to it. I don't really feel like we got to get into that right now. I think that's the easy part to me. It's the other stuff.
Yeah.
The financial, that's
at
like
some point,
like breakdown that
right.
like, it's gonna be depending on how many kids you have, how many other outstanding debts you have. I don't have any of that background noise. I don't have any kids. I don't have a lot of outside debt. So that's gonna be contingent upon what you come to the table with, and that's gonna decide how much money I need you to bring to the table.
Okay, so we have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Again, you know, like I said, you covered most of everything, and I think I want to hear. And then at some point in time, like I said, when you take sex out the relationship, we're talking about, so somewhere during our engagement and whatever we're doing, we'll get to that. And then you talk about that too. But like I said, that's what I'm talking about. Those kind of answers, knowing that up front, it kills a lot of bullshit going down the road. So you know what you're coming into, but stick to what you're saying. Don't like 2 days down the road, that head spin around, that devil coming in and go like, wait.
Think sexual compatibility is important. You got to be real about that.
It is.
Like,
Exactly. I mean, when I first
about dating a different age range or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and
I mean,
those are all
sexually stimulated because when I see you, when I walk up to you and saw you, I'm already sexually stimulated way over there. So now I'm trying to bring something else and not that. So you already know. Right then, some connection is already, because both whoever made some point of making a connection, you already know that's there. But everything else, and I like the way you covered a lot of it. That's what I'm talking about. And KD, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to take up your show, man. I just wanted to ask those ladies that question just to get some feedback. So, you know.
We got one more person to well, before we get to Trace for that question. I got a comment. Women say they can do it on their own until they need the trash taken out, oil change, tire change. Then they have to call a man.
Oh, come on, man. Really?
Kind of. I think I know what his answer is. He feels that men are most likely the prize. So, SR Trace, what is your response? What who is the prize?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel the same. Like, I think we both have to be pretty special to be in that same, you know, to be wanting to join together and become a, husband and wife. Like, we both got to be special. Like, I'm not just the prize. You know what I mean? Like, she's got to be the prize too. Like, I don't know, but I feel like both people got to be special.
Okay. All right.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Well, my response. I know people have been waiting for my response. Okay, here's my response. It's probably not going to be the most popular.
Should I sit back and wait? What's up, man? Come on, bro.
But my response is men are the prize. And here's why. Reason is we built this society for women to women and children so they can coexist easier. I'd say. The railroads, we built the bridges, we built infrastructure. We're in the sewers. We're most in a generalization. Most of us make up most of the population in the military. We have to sacrifice our lives, all that type stuff. We're supposed to be the hunters, the gatherers, all those type of things. So I feel that in relationship, men are the, and not to saying that not only are we the prize, we're supposed to add to you. You know what I'm saying? And again, I appreciate all the single parents, the single mothers out there, single fathers. But if a person's coming in your life, especially if a man is being a provider and all that type stuff, protector, all that type stuff, he is absolutely the prize because he's going to be taking care of a man. Taking care of a woman, of a man's kids, so that are not his, and he decides to step up and take over that particular responsibility. But that's what I feel. I feel that men are the prize, but doesn't mean that we're better than the women. So I want to be very clear. Even though we're the prize because we possess more of the things for survival as resources, doesn't mean that we're better than women.
You're going in and out, KD.
Huh?
You're going in and out. You're going in and out again.
That okay. What about now? Can y'all hear me?
Better. Yes, better.
Okay. So, like I said, I really do believe that the men are the prize because we have we're going to sacrifice for our family. When it comes to a robber coming to our house or anything like that, protecting our family, guess what? We're going to be the ones to step up and take care of that situation. And we want the women to go ahead and make sure the children are okay and making sure that they're safe and escaping the situation while the man takes care of the robber or whoever is in the house. We're providers, we're protectors, we're gatherers, we're hunters. We build infrastructure. I mean, I'd say this: if women are the prize, then how come they are the number one consumer of merchandising? They are the most to buy things. Just saying. I mean, but doesn't make us better than women. you know.
Oh,
But
she's less valuable because she's a bigger consumer. Is that what you're arguing, Kevin?
I think that's one of I think that's probably one of the arguments, but
Well, you know what? I don't think that's an argument
Or
because
well,
the
not even an
world,
argument, not really an
we know,
argument, but I think
well,
that's
the
one of the
truth,
points.
economically, we know if it weren't for women, shit don't get bought. Goddamn it, let's be real about the shit. Men don't
Well,
buy shit. Men don't shop. Women run just like women run the fashion world. If motherfuckers want to stop wearing, you want men to stop sagging, let women start saying that shit don't look good. They'll stop doing it. If a woman says that shit look good, look at those motherfucking suits these guys wear. Too big for the. It look like they wear their little brother's suit. Okay. The only reason they wearing that shit because women say that look good. You won't be catching my black ass dead in a suit like that. I'm old school. My shit got to fit. So only reason them men are dressing like that, looking like their fans flooding and women, oh, they think they look good. That's why. If women start saying that stuff don't look good, they'll stop wearing it. They control the fashion. They control it all. Women buy 75% of all NFL apparel. Men don't buy that shit. It's a true fact. Economically,
well, if it wasn't
women,
for women, men would have nothing in their houses. Men would have no
say it
couches
again.
to
You
sit on.
exactly because men don't
So,
want shit but the bathroom or the garage.
and
Women put all
therefore,
that stuff in the house. They buy. That's why I asked that question. How much is going to cost me? You know it's going to cost you. But
and
see,
therefore, back to Kevin's point, I think that is a terrible argument, Kevin. That one is terrible. The fact that women consume more is a terrible argument. Women consume to give you a house, a home to have, and make it more into a home versus like a concrete box that you built. And you have not built not one railroad, cousin. So I don't know. I think your argument is very weak.
I'm not saying me, cousin. I'm talking about in a generalized situation. Are we seeing? Do we have a all woman railroad team? No, we don't. Do we have an all woman construction team, infrastructure team? No, we don't. Are they digging ditches? Are they
Yeah, but at
are
the
they in the
same
oil
time,
field?
not to cut you off, but at the
Go
same
ahead,
time,
sister.
like the things that a woman can provide is not of any monetary value. It's not going to be something that we can go out there and do as far as you working in a mine or doing things like that, because that's not what a woman's purpose is. We're supposed to be in our full feminine
Period.
energy. You're supposed to be in your full masculine energy. So you can't really compare the two. I mean, as far as a woman, when I'm tapping into my full feminine energy and I want to make sure that my man is doing okay, it's not going to be
Sure.
anything that's going to provide for you money wise. It's going to be how I can stimulate you, how I can make this home peaceful, how you're even able and motivated to do what your purpose is going to be what I can provide. It's going to be something way deeper.
More so to your point though about being in your feminine energy, that the
Sorry,
thing
cousin, real
about
quick.
being feminine.
Cousin, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm gonna let you
No, you're
finish.
fine.
Gotta shout out the sponsor. We got $5. Thank you, Auto the Watchdog. Appreciate you supporting the show. Thank you. I'm sorry, cousin. Go ahead. I
Oh
apologize.
no, you fine. Like more so her point of feminine energy and like what we should operate and what we have to operate. And Kevin, to your point about the whole women railroad team and that, women did step up in World War II or World War I or whichever one when y'all had to go away. So we did step up hard.
that was War
Not to
Two.
say that
War
was
Two.
something that we wanted to do outside our feminine energy, but we did step up in that way. Why step up in that way? We don't have to. So you're saying because we don't operate in those capacities that we're less valuable. That shouldn't be like your argument because we can't. But why do we want to? If we're
Well, you know
operating in
what?
our feminine energy and he's operating his masculine energy, we don't have to do that. But as history has shown, we have done that several times. When the man has left the house, we have held it down on both ends several times. We can go back and forth. Do we want
Yeah, I
to?
tried to call you earlier.
No.
I'm right in the middle of a
Why?
podcast. Can I call you
But we
back
don't
when
have
you're
to.
done? Okay. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
so okay. So what I'm saying is, I give an example. So, what Texas had a certain situation this winter, right? Y'all whole power system went down, right? So, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that if we're not the prize, then why were we relied on to make sure the power was turned back on? As far as men,
It wasn't just
we didn't.
y'all.
If we didn't turn the power back on, women and children and other men would not cease to exist in Texas, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth, and the majority, and that like women depend on men for survival, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But what the issue that I have is when they're saying, "Oh, I'm the prize, I'm the shit because I have a golden pussy." That's the issue that I have, because and they'll say that shit because look at me. They'll say like, if you've seen one of these shows where they ask relationship questions on the street, and they'll be like, they'll turn a quick turn around and be like, well, look at me, I am the table. Like, that doesn't bring value to a man. You know what I'm saying? What brings value to a man is the femininity, as Sis was talking about, and Sasha, you were talking about femininity, indulging in being a man's piece. That's why we really don't care if you have careers or don't have career. It doesn't matter. If a man got you and he's consistent with that, he's going to get you. Period. Huh?
Yeah, that I don't ascribe to the argument either. A man not caring. A woman, when a man meets a woman, it's 2022. She's going to have something to support herself. So yeah, a man does care what a woman makes. You can't just come to him with absolutely nothing, no resources, no nothing. I need for you to take care of me from day one. So that argument of a man doesn't care what you make, that's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. We're not living in a era where women can even stay at home. We're not in that time. This is not 1950. Everybody got to go to work, and that's just what it is. So this argument that's all.
That's totally fine. And well, first of all, I got to read the comment real quick. We got a super comment by Cliff Williams. Thank you, brother, for the $10. The comment is, these two women on your panel are real women, and they definitely are the prize. So thank y'all. I would agree.
Yeah. And if I was 20 years younger, I'll be proposing to both of y'all. Just so y'all know.
I knew you were going to speak that in there. Here's my issue. This is my biggest issue, cousin. Now listen to what I got to say. The issue that I have is they want most modern women want a traditional man, but they do not want to give traditional values. That's the issue. So if my traditional role is to make sure that I'm a provider, protector, gatherer, make sure that I'm supposed to be the leader, because you have to allow me to lead for me to lead. And the thing is, we have modern women who want to come in and be masculine and all those types of things, and not, I'm not going to cook and clean for you. I've been working 12 hours, and such. But okay, I get that, but that's a choice. You didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you I have you and I got you, and then I'm gonna take care of you, then rock with me. I got you. I don't need you to do all this stuff. And in my opinion, I really feel that feminism has messed up the dynamic of marriage. And honestly, it was started in 1862 by 3 white women, and which, let's see, 1862. I'm pretty sure most of black people were in bondage, slavery, and all that shit. So they didn't do it in the course of you. They did it in the course for themselves. And then in the 1960s, they encouraged you to be like, oh, okay, well, you don't need a man for shit. You could be independent and all that type, fight for your rights, blah, 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 blah. Then that's when the 1970s came in, where the welfare system. The welfare system did not allow men to be in the home. So guess who really became daddy? Who became leader of the household?
Right here.
Because
KD, you echoing again.
That gave women power to where they didn't have on men anymore.
You hear me? You're going in and out.
I'm sorry. Am I okay now?
Yeah, sound okay. Yeah.
Am I good? Okay. I think I just need to speak up. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. And I think, I mean, we got, you know, we're pretty much in the era of hookup. You know, we're not really marrying for duty anymore. We're marrying because of, I guess, love. Love is fine. That's but just solely on that, because marriage is a business. And if you don't think it's a business, get divorced.
Yo, man, I don't need to hear that word.
I'm an example.
Hear that word. That hurts.
I'm just saying. I'm just got to speak the truth. Go ahead, old school.
Now you hurt. I mean, you know, it stung me. I didn't put that shit twice, so now my head hurt. Goddamn it. I wanted to make a point. The only disagreement I got with you, KD, is that I don't think it's fair for you to bring economics in the older days about women, because the culture of white stallion set that shit up for years anyway. So they were just like us, women, just like black people, white women at the time was worse off, sometimes worse off than black people. It's enslaved, you know. So they, you know, they had their fight was always for them to be equal. And so it just carried on. So I don't tend to, it's hard to bring economics in and talking about, because if they was allowed to do all the things for 300 years that men were able to do, education or anything, you might see a lot more of that. But that's not how the establishment is made. But the other point I'm trying to make is, like, we talking about who the prize is. Let's be fucking real. Look, like I said, the woman, you know, she the prize. But if you working your shit right, brothers, you become the prize. You should already know, if I got her,
oh God,
I'm going at that, I'm the prize anyway. She don't even know that. But I'm making her the prize so she understand what she get. You bring your shit right, she gonna make your ass the prize. So what is the fucking discussion about?
Right.
Okay,
man,
so
get some balls, man up, and do what you're supposed to do.
But that's
right.
that. All right.
Oh God! Hey, let's go! Old school.
Bullshit.
What the shit, bro?
No, that's putting a woman on a pedestal. Absolutely not.
When you, it's not,
No,
it's
but
not
that's
necessarily
Nah, man,
no,
come on,
man.
Kato,
You're
for
not
real.
putting on the pedestal. You just
That's the
appreciating
problem
what
right
you want.
there.
No,
Putting
you're
a woman
not.
on a
See,
pedestal.
it's not a pedestal. Come on, bro. It's
No,
letting the
that's
woman
putting
know.
a woman on a pedestal. Hell no.
You did not do that, bro. Come on, man.
No,
If you put your woman on a pedestal, I'm not saying not appreciate it. You could still appreciate your woman and value your woman without putting her on the pedestal.
And that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about putting her on a pedestal. Let her understand what.
But what you just said was putting her on a pedestal.
No, it wasn't. It let her know. I walked across the fucking room. I seen you. I walked across the room because I like what I saw, and I'm gonna make you my prize. So whatever you're gonna, I'm not putting you on the pedestal. I'm letting you know, woman. Look, I like what I see.
That's what you want.
What's going on? I'm bringing
that's what
this.
you want.
I want to do this.
You know what, you
working hard. And I think you work me break. I'm gonna break it, baby, because I want that woman to feel safe. She ain't gonna want shit. When I ask to be taken care of, she's there. When I want to be loved, she's there. When I want my meals cooked, she's there. Because I'm gonna take care of every fucking thing else. And she gonna know she's important to me, and don't nobody mess with her, because you gotta go through my black ass. So hey,
no, I agree. What you just said just now, I agree with fully.
So I'm not putting her on the pedestal. I'm letting her know her worth to me. To that woman right there, her worth to me. And she gonna understand that, because I'm gonna get mine back. You believe me? I'm gonna get it back.
Right,
I'm opening
right.
the door and sending you out the door. Because I got
we're not talking
it's 7 to 1.
if we're not about two beings, if we're not about two human beings, in all reality, I feel the successful relationship is the prize. Really, in general.
Exactly. There you go. For sure. But
I'm just saying is
but to make
value
it all
system the successful relationship is the prize, right?
It feels like we just putting each other against each other though, like they were saying.
And that's
like,
not what we're trying to do.
Why does it have to be that way?
It don't have to be that way.
It don't have to be that way.
No, it's not. But you're looking at it as a negative thing. It's just reality. Like, I mean, who's contributing?
Your reality. That's your reality. And that's
no, it's not. That's generalization.
That's not reality. That's not how I'm going to be vulnerable in my relationship. Because we're both gonna be and we're both gonna know who we are.
She's going in and out too. KD, she's going in and out.
But that's the thing with people in life is that people have so many expectations of people, because if they didn't, this would never even be a question. When you have like straight conditional and unconditional love, like you never have to question who is the prize, because you already know that each and every being around you is.
Sis, you paused.
Did she go into shock? What happened?
Can y'all hear me?
No, she paused.
Yeah.
You paused a little bit. Kind of go back a little. Yeah, look.
I'm good now.
Yeah. And I want to say one thing. I love females. Just to let y'all know, I love y'all with all my heart. I'm just saying, you know, everybody has a role. Everybody has a duty within the relationship. I'm just saying everybody needs to value their role in the relationship. That's all I'm saying.
And that's how you make each other the prize. If both y'all respect each other and y'all understand, y'all taking each other wants and needs, y'all there from here and there. Because see what I'm saying, in a relationship, you got to understand this. We got to start thinking ahead instead of worrying about today, because you don't think about situations like if I'm with this man or with this woman for 50 years, and when I get in my elder years, if one of us gets sick, is the other one going to have their ass there for you? Are you going to be there to wipe my ass because I can't? Are you going to be there to make sure? I mean, people, we don't think about that at this time, but as an older dude, I'm telling you, you want somebody that you know, honey, look, I ain't, I'm putting all this in, you my prize, and I'm yours. So when I know when it comes to we just spent our years together, whoever get down first, are you going to be there? That's the shit you better be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's good, they there. But when shit hit the fan, are they there? Either side. And that's what you better be wanting to worry about. Because I'm telling you, man, when you're in that situation, be with someone who's sick and that's been a man and gave all, and now he's got cancer and he can't do what he's doing. He can't be the man he want to be. He can't get up and take care of himself. He's dead.
You ain't got nothing but her.
You ain't got nothing. If she ain't there for you,
if she ain't there
to make sure you okay, you're fucked. So you don't want to be there like that. So you got one, you got a good one, you better make that shit work. Because I'm telling you,
I agree. If you got a good one, appreciate her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against that.
Appreciate each other.
But why? Okay, well, why don't we say this? Who started the conversation as far as, and let's just be honest. Let's be honest, completely honest. Who even started the conversations claiming that they were the prize? It wasn't men.
Because most men already think they're the prize. They think they're anyway.
No, but I'm talking about verbally saying it, especially on social media. It's all over internet. It's been in our movies, all those type of things. And it's been women who said, "Oh, I'm the prize."
I don't know. I don't know, Kevin, like who started it, but I will say to even ask this question, you said before, like this whole aspect of the prize. it just is like it's not positive or negative. I think when you take this whole prize thing in the context of relationship, it is negative because a prize indicates that there is a competition. And again,
Yeah.
while competing, so
Right.
this whole
Yep.
aspect of prize that is negative. That is a negative aspect in the context of relationships. So it's not like one of those things of I'm the prize or you're the prize. It needs to be considered like a neutral thing. Okay, the man is the prize. It's
Right.
automatically going to be negative
For
because
real.
it's competition.
Yeah.
So
That's
are you
Instead
saying
of how
so?
we
Okay,
the
so
prize.
Yeah.
basically, so people need to get out of their vocabulary saying that they're the prize, and they need to really focus on the relationship being the prize. I guess the successful relationship being the prize. Is that what you're saying?
That's that's good. The prize is a successful, healthy relationship that produce nothing but positive stuff, children.
I'm with that.
All that. That's the prize.
I'm with that.
That's what you should be searching for. That's the prize.
I'm with that.
And that's
Right.
and that's
That's
that's the game of life we all playing to get that prize. I like.
We the
okay.
prize.
So we got a comment. Question. You know why divorces are so expensive? Let me read some of these comments here. Opportunities are out there open to anyone, but most people truly manipulating each other in their relationship have low insecurities that they confront with what they got. It's the comfort. I agree. If people are comfortable in their relationship, that means they get complacent.
Why are you telling that stuff?
I don't think anybody should be comfortable in their relationship, in my opinion. I think you should always be competitive. And don't look at as competitive as a negative thing. What I'm saying, if me, for instance, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, I'm gonna be always competitive as far as making sure that I'm doing, I'm being the best version of me for her. You know what I'm saying?
But that's not the word. You change the word. It's not being competitive.
That's out there being competitive.
But it's not.
Right.
That's the wrong
and
word.
Who might
not
want my woman? So,
that's something different. But I don't think you should use the word competitive when you're talking about in a relationship with your spouse or your mate.
I'm not talking about being competitive against your spouse. I'm talking about
when you use that word, the word competitive make it sound like it's the competition. So what I'm saying is change the wording. Change the wording.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Absolutely
because
not.
I shouldn't have to compete with no woman, but
you're not competing with your. No, you're competing against other men. That's who you're competing against.
Shit. Well, if I got my woman, I compete against shit. I know what I got. I'm gonna do what I got to keep.
No, absolutely, I'm competing against other men.
So
the reason why I say competing against other men is because if I'm not competitive, that means I'm going to be comfortable, and that makes me complacent, and which means I can be replaced.
Well, I understand what you mean being comfortable. At some point, after spending 50 years with a woman, I should be comfortable at some goddamn point. At some point,
right? It's a relationship. We settled in. We good.
Yeah,
I'm comfortable.
But that's
so
the
what
problem.
Do you mean? I'm not. And at that point, if I'm with you 50 years, what the fuck I'm worried about? If somebody wants your ass, go. Bye. If you really give up 50 years to this shit, take your ass on. So what am I competing with?
Yeah, well, if you're not doing your duties as a man, you don't think you'll be replaced.
You know what? If I'm doing my job and handling my shit, I ain't worried about being replaced.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm not
competing, bro. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, handling my business.
That's what I'm saying. Old school. That's what I'm saying. You doing what you're supposed to do is competing. That's what I'm saying. That's not a negative thing. That's competing. Because let me ask you a question, old school. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who gets better outcomes? The people who compete or the people who are entitled?
That's you know the answer to that. Okay. But what I'm saying
I want your answer.
The person who's competitive, he keep trying.
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me finish. He's competing because he's trying to get better and get more to a certain point. If I'm with 50 years with this woman, I'm comfortable. I'm through. I'm comfortable. I ain't got to keep competing to do a goddamn thing. And if she wants to go and she ain't happy what I'm bringing, get the fuck out of here. I'm done. I ain't got to compete. The woman is mine. She in this motherfucker. So what I'm competing with? Who I'm competing with?
Other men. What are you talking about?
Man, please, bro. I don't worry about that shit.
So we constantly competing, even in a 50-year relationship. We constantly competing.
Did you say 50-50?
And I said in a 50-year relationship, we're constantly competing. Is that what you're saying? We're competing to be there.
There's no competition. She mine.
There's no right. There's nothing. There's nothing.
What I'm saying is that I'm not oblivious to the fact that there's younger men out there. I'm not oblivious to the fact.
You know what?
When I walk to
a crowd of men with my woman, I want every head in that motherfucking crowd turn around and look at my booty. I want to see her. Now, if I walk to a crowd and none of the motherfuckers turn around, I might want to look at what the fuck I got. So I ain't worried about what's out there. When I put a ring on that woman's finger, I'm done competing, bro. I'm gonna take care of mine. That's what I'm doing. So as long as I'm handling my business, take care of my house, take care of my woman, make sure she needs what she got, I'm done competing, bro. I'm handling mine. Until she tells me I'm not doing what I need to do, and I need to bring more, then maybe I need to do more. But as long as she's happy and I'm happy, what the hell I'm competing with? Because I ain't worried about no dirty draw motherfucker outside that door. As long as I take care of my house. Now, that's how I feel.
That's real, right?
I don't worry about that shit.
You still not getting it.
I ain't never worried about that.
No, you still not getting it. You still not getting it.
But
you still not getting it.
Okay.
No, you're not.
I tell you what, I know any woman I got,
I
ain't lost one woman I ever had in the 50 years I chased a woman to another motherfucker. I lost my women because I was stupid and I ain't take care of my business. So if you worry about the motherfuckers, I ain't worried about it.
Self-inflicted.
But mine, I ain't worried. I'm handling mine. So a weak motherfucker worry about that shit. I'm a man. I'm an alpha motherfucker. I don't worry about shit outside that door as long as I'm taking care of my business.
I'm not saying that you got to look over your shoulder. That's not what I'm saying.
I don't have to. If that woman's
what I'm saying
if
is
you
that
constantly competing, you got to look over. You gonna have to be on your feet.
No, you don't. You don't. No, if you're doing what you're supposed to, you ain't got to worry about shit. If you go to work every day and you're doing what you're supposed to do, listen. The person that has to worry about their job is the one that's not doing it. Period. And that's just facts.
I'm at work,
and that also implies in a relationship.
All right, let me ask you this, because you do say.
Go ahead, Trace.
So the men are supposed to be a provider, right?
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, that's also with emotions. That's also with, with your emotions, like you love, man.
Provide
like,
with your emotions.
Yeah, like. Okay, so we're supposed to be the provider, right? But that also includes emotions. It also includes time. It also includes just wisdom. It includes everything. It's not just the dollar. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're providers with everything. We're not just a dollar sign, right? You're saying we're supposed to be the providers. That's all that we're. That's not all we're there for.
I never said that. That's all we were there for.
But constantly competing means I take care of my business. Means that also means emotions. That's what I'm saying. It also means emotions. It also means time. What you have. I mean, you know what I mean. Do you know what I'm saying?
I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm always striving to be better than I was yesterday. I'm always, and that's
we do that.
And that comes with.
That's where a lot of men slack at, though.
But when I'm in a relationship with a woman, I'm competing in life. I'm out here competing in life to be better than anybody else around me. I'm competing with other men in my job and this and that and other. But in my house, when I get that woman and I know that's mine, I ain't competing. I ain't worried about no asshole outside this door. I ain't competing
Right.
because I know mine and I know me. And that's the kind of man I am. I'm done competing.
Unless you have low self-esteem,
thing.
which I understand.
I got nothing but esteem, and I ain't worried about nobody taking up. I ain't got to compete. I got mine. Like I said,
Right.
I ain't never lost a woman to another man. I fucked up my relationship because I was doing stupid shit. There ain't no woman ever come in.
Same here, right?
Because I was worried about that shit. Once that woman mine, shit, I'm that damn. I'm confident in that shit. As an alpha male, I'm damn confident. Because when I go through all them steps to get her ass, shit, I was competing. I'm not on the damn show, The Bachelorette, with 20 goddamn guys trying to date women. That's fucking competing.
Right.
Okay? This is me and her. Okay. And I know it's me and her. And anybody outside this, she's going to let me know. Do what I'm doing.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, let me go to this comment. It says, drop your expectations and you will have a good relationship with anyone. Do y'all agree?
You can't drop your expectations. Everybody has special expectations for them, what they want out of life. So you can't, all you did is maybe you can alter some things and say, well, maybe that's too much. Maybe that's doing too much.
I think you should drop unrealistic expectations.
There you go. That's more putting it. If it's unrealistic, it don't make let's be.
You at a certain point in life, like most of that stuff doesn't even matter. Like you really just want somebody that you could get along with. Most of the expectations and that list and all that, most of that stuff don't even matter, man. Like,
give me an example.
I'd say once it comes to the person that you vibe with, the best. You know what I mean? Like. And what if she is nothing on my list? Like, but I vibe with her so much. Like that stuff wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter. You know what I mean?
Do you have a list?
I don't. I do not.
Okay.
Because my vibe, you know me. So like my vibe is what it is. So whoever's attracted to it, you know.
But that's so vague. My vibe, I need.
There's an aura people carry around them, bro. Like it's a real thing.
It's
not a fake thing.
No, it's not.
Aura there's an aura that I keep around me, and people get if you're attracted to it or you're not.
I get it, but what I'm saying is that I want footnote. Like I'm very much a detail oriented person. Like if you're talking about a vibe, what is that? A smile? What is that?
So a good vibe is
our conversation, intellectual conversations that we have, the way you hold my hand, the way you look at me in my eyes. What is that? Like that's what I'm saying. Break it down. What is vibe? Vibe is just
how we communicate. How we communicate.
All that. Everything you talked about.
Like especially how we communicate. What is yin and yang. What we doing? Like how we communicate. Then also physical. Am I attracted to you? You know what I mean? That's gonna go into that. Then everything else, like emotions, compassion, all that stuff, all of that. How's that? That's the vibe right there.
Okay, but see how you just broke that down?
Right.
So what I'm saying is that, I just want.
So the list doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That list wouldn't even matter. Well,
I mean, everybody. I think every male or female have an expectation of what they want.
Right,
to a certain degree. Right. I mean, everybody has set a level. That's like having children set an expectation. The bar, I want you here. I mean, I set my expectation. I mean, it was a point where I wouldn't talk to a woman as I know she had some type of education where she can carry a conversation or do something on another level. So, yeah, there's certain expectations. It don't mean I won't talk to a woman who has never been to college. But my expectation is I want someone I think I can deal with. But who says she can't? I open up to it and be, oh, damn. I'm sorry, I didn't expect this out of you. Because just because she didn't go to college don't mean she's well versed or well educated. It's open up to it and see what I got there. So
Right.
everyone has a certain degree of expectation of what they want from a man or a woman. But
Right. You can meet a nice girl and she could be a whole bum.
Yeah. Is it unnecessary? Yeah. So that word is something that you're not going to take out of the conversation. It's just, are some things unrealistic? That's why I asked that question. How much is going to cost me? Because those things you can get out and you can say, like expectations. She said, I want a man to buy me a $2 million house. Honey, I'm a scrub tech. I make $70,000 a year. You ain't getting that house through me. Now I help you get a nice house that we can afford. But if you think, buy it, you're gone. So what I'm saying, the expectation may be different, but there always going to be expectations from both sides. Because you're not going to just sell. KD, you're not going to just bring any woman around your son.
Right.
You got a certain expectation of any woman you're going to bring into your life around your child. And you know that. I'm sure the ladies got a certain expectation. Any man they're going to bring into their lives. And I think, and one of them do have a child. So they're not going to just bring anybody. So everybody has expectations. Everybody. It's just to what level your expectations are unrealistic or realistic or something you can reach.
Right.
And that's just part of, life period, bro.
Right. I ain't never made a list, man. Like,
now in your head, you don't. You have a list. You just don't sat down and said.
I'll be like, ooh, she ratchet. I can't do that. No. That's on the list. That's on the list. I never made.
Ugly. She got open toe shoes. Look at her toe.
Right. Oh, we can't do that. No.
Come on.
Well, I don't think there's. Again, I think expectations is part of that list. So everybody has.
Everybody has a list. You may
but
it's
just not unrealistic.
Out. Right. You didn't write it out, but in your mind, every time you look at a woman, you got a list. You look at her hair, makeup.
Well, since we have a woman on the panel, why don't we act? Sasha, do you have a list?
A list is like what
list of expectations of what you want in a man.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Have a list.
If she didn't have a list, I wouldn't talk to her if she didn't have a list. I want her to have a list. She's supposed to have some expectation. I want her to expect that. I want that. So she better have a list. Come on, talk to me, baby. How much it's gonna cost me? Talk to me. How much time you need? Talk to me.
Got a list for myself too. I got a list for a man. I have a list for myself. So
yeah, so you got expectation of them and yourself. I expect a woman to have a list. Please have a list, so I know what I'm dealing with. So no, that's just part of life. Everyone has expectations, or you would be in the same rut you in doing nothing if you didn't have some kind of expectation of yourself or anybody you involved with. So,
and I think the biggest thing like for me with what I'm discovering with expectations is that I think expectations they automatically instill boundaries, and I think that's important too.
Yeah, so, right away.
Yeah, so with those expectations come boundaries, and then you also get to enforce those boundaries. It just makes everything so much easier. It's like a playbook,
right?
Just everything just flows from there. You have your expectations, then those enforce boundaries, and those boundaries. All right, we're not doing that. And
right.
Then, and then
I asked that question. You tell me something like, "Well, you know what? I want to go. My mother and all the people got to hold on, honey, hold on. There's so much I'm gonna do. I love you, but hold on. That cousin of yours, I don't like her. Blah blah blah. So hold on. So so you need to know these things. If I'm getting, I expect you to. My mother, this and that, and that. Look, I'm gonna treat your mother with respect, but in some things. There's boundaries. So once you get in that conversation, you find that out with your child. I said you got a child, and you say, well, I got a child. I'm bringing to a relationship, and this is what I expect out of you. So when you're dealing with my child, when you say that, you set no boundaries. So that's what that's about. Communicating and putting that out there up front. So that's why I asked, how much is gonna cost me so I know exactly what I'm getting myself into.
Right.
And
So I think
a fair question. Fair question.
so. I will be opening up the panel a little bit. I
Okay.
will drop the link in the description real quick. If anybody else wants to comment on the particular subject, you're more than welcome to.
Hey, K-Dot, I'm gonna have to tap out, man. My girls is acting up.
Okay, man. Trace, give me a final
All
thought
right.
before you leave, brother.
We the prize. Not you the prize. Am I the prize? You the prize? We the prize. Whoever it is. That's all it is. And that's the vibe right there.
Okay.
All
Have a
right,
good
so
night, man.
yeah.
Later, Trace. Talk to you later, bro.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like because and that's why, it's so important for people to be interdependent. So, for instance, like I don't want an independent woman. I want an interdependent woman. I want a woman who actually feeds into the relationship just as much as I do. Independent, you cannot. If you look up the definition of independent, it has nowhere in there where it's regarding any type of relationship.
So I think for me personally, I agree completely with what you're saying. But as a single woman, I don't know, maybe you can help me out with this. It's hard to be interdependent when you're single. So how do you kind of like go from like being independent, because you have to be. I can't call on anybody. I have to maintain, which I'm not upset about. That is what it is. How do you be interdependent as a single person? You think it's more so a mindset or like a state of being? Like when does that come into play? Or when you start dating somebody, at what point do you start becoming interdependent?
Okay. Great question. I think that's a fair question. I think when you become when you you should have that mindset when you are in the process of vetting somebody. When you're getting to know somebody, as far as and the goals leading with intent. When you date with intent, that should be the anticipation for you to be interdependent, because then you're getting you're asking the right questions here. This is what I'm bringing to the table. What are you bringing to the table? Or those type of things, as far as that. And then once y'all come up to when y'all leave from the table with a good deal, absolutely in the relationship there should be no independent anything. It should be
Going out again.
interdependent. You guys should be you should put
Going in and out again.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Nah.
Okay. What I'm saying is that when it comes to the relationship, you should be interdependent. It's no point of you being that makes no sense, you being independent in a relationship. Doesn't make any sense. Now, if you are single, yes, you should be independent, obviously. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't get a fucking cookie for it either. And that's what I'm saying. Like when some women be like, "Oh, well, I got my own car, my own place, blah blah blah." That's great. Congratulations for being a responsible adult.
Like, a functioning adult. That's awesome. But I think what I will probably face, I think a lot of women face, is like when they have been single and they have been independent, not to get a cookie, is making that transition, or even being open enough or flexible enough to be like interdependent, or whatever, when you get into that relationship. So that's just, I think that's an issue that's not prevalent with just me, but with a lot of women. It's just one of those things. It's hard to go from,
Well, you know what? As a man, I meet a woman, I want her to be independent. Why? Because that tells me she can handle shit on her own without me, and I want that in a woman. But when I get into a relationship, now we together. So yeah, the independent shit is gone. That understanding should be brought in, because you want a woman to be understanding, independent, and strong. Like I made that statement earlier. If something happened to me, is that woman gonna be strong enough to handle shit? So if she's not an independent, strong woman when I met her, I want to hope that if shit go wrong or something happen to me and I feel ill, she's still gonna be that strong, independent woman because she's gonna handle the shit for both of us. So the independence, as she's single, is a strength to me. And if it's handled the right way, it could be a blessing. But sometimes it's not. What?
But how's that bring value to a relationship, though? If you cannot be independent in a relationship, that
No,
just makes
you're not. What I'm saying is, her independence taught her to be strong as a single woman. So you want that strength. So when you get into a relationship, like I said, 30 years down the fucking road, something might happen to either one of y'all. It may be your ass. Is she gonna freak the fuck out, go on drugs, can't handle shit, or she gonna be strong and handle it? That's what I want. And being a single woman and handle her business before she met me, she put her in a position to be that woman if shit calls for her to do it.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't want a strong woman. I want a soft woman, someone who's in her femininity.
Exactly, but
that
again,
strong
KG,
that strong independent woman shit. I don't. It's KG, not needed in the household.
When your ass land on the goddamn couch with cancer, you can't wipe your ass and get up. And that woman ain't strong enough to deal with your black ass. She'll walk out and leave your ass right there because she ain't strong enough to help deal with your shit. And that's what
I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the femininity, for her to take care of, if I can't take care of myself because of medical issues or whatever, what I'm saying is that's when the independence doesn't fucking kick in. It's the femininity that kicks in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
her being nurturing,
it ain't just a femininity. It's a strength to deal with it. What I'm saying with it, I mean, the femininity, that stuff is there. I'm talking about the strength to handle it. You see, I've been there, bro, and I'm telling you, if you ain't got a woman,
no, that is a sign of strength. You're right. You're
exactly.
right.
What I'm saying is,
I'm not talking.
But as an independent woman, before she got with you, that strength was built because she had to be that independent person to deal with maybe a child, to deal with whatever else out there, and I give them respect for that. But once you come in a relationship with me, now the independence, step it off and let me handle what I need to do. But okay, I want to be sure when it's time for you to handle shit, if something happened to me, that woman gonna be there.
I think like what we're trying to say is that there has to be a balance. I think that's what
a balance. Exactly. Yeah.
I think you're just looking at her just being like, right, soft, but that's not gonna cut it when times get hard. And as old school was saying, like, hospital stuff, you need somebody to advocate for you. That's gonna, be in the hospital talking to doctors. Femininity does not cover it. Femininity is in the corner somewhere crying while you advocate on your behalf and talk to these doctors and their hearts and see what's going on. And also handle finances in the books. Femininity and softness does not cover that. It just doesn't.
No, it don't. It just don't.
You need
it. Crazy. Absolutely. I totally disagree because I think femininity is no. Femininity is strength. I'm sorry. That is y'all superpower. That is y'all absolute superpower, and femininity is actual strength. What I'm talking about, do not bring masculinity in the situation. As far as you being quote unquote strong, and that's what y'all misconstrued. I don't need a masculine woman taking care of me. I need you to nurse me back to health. I need you to be nurturing. I need you to be understanding. I need you to be patient. I'm sorry, masculinity probably not the most patient thing.
The femininity and the strength. I'm telling you, but I'm in the medical field. There's women that shriek at the thought of having to wipe his butt. You understand me? That they can't handle that kind of shit. If she had to get you an injection because you need some certain medicine, they can't handle this. You want that strength, the femininity. Sometimes they're so feminine they can't handle it. I want a woman. It ain't about being masculine, strong enough to handle that tough situation if I'm not able to do it. It's not about being masculine. She's still being feminine, but she's bringing a female strength to the situation. That's what I'm talking about. Not the masculinity, but I want a woman I know ain't gonna break down if I'm broke down. I need you to be strong, baby. That's
But
not
case
being
studies,
masculine. That's being
but
just being a
case studies
strong
have,
feminine.
but
Ain't nothing
but
wrong with
case
that.
studies have shown, women who do work in the nursing field, uh, don't have the best marriages. Know why? Is because they work 12-hour shifts. They're not at home as often. They're not really attentive to the children or to the husband, especially if a husband's already working a full time, maybe even 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just you can't argue with the data.
Well,
That's
I
just
don't know what that data is, but I know a lot of nurses
there's been a case.
that don't feel that stuff that don't
That,
meet that.
I'll tell
But I was
that data
but I was I
that
was
I can tell you where the data came from. It came from it's a video too. It came from
hey,
it came from a divorce attorney who
okay.
actually does cases, and they said the people who you should not marry are nurses, lawyers, doctors, and we're talking about in that particular field. I think she even said military um, women not good for wives as far as statistically because she's done the cases. I'm gonna find that video.
You gotta find
But
it.
she
'Cause
also, but she also said, but she did also say, and I don't know if this to be true or not, but she said housewives. she, which I was a little confused on that. She said housewives are not good to marry too, but I don't know if she said that because
So,
she's a lawyer and
like,
she's a boss chick, or I don't know if she was being biased on that, but
so
I don't
Kevin,
know.
who is good to marry then? Because she just pretty much named everybody who is good to
just
marry.
about. I'm going like, damn. I was married to a nurse. I'm like, well, shit. I wish I knew that shit a long time ago. But and my ex-wife was a nurse. She never worked in the hospital. She worked at the fucking house. So what the hell was she bitching about? And she was crazy.
I
So
think
yeah, a
a
lot of
good person.
nurses.
I would honestly, to tell you the truth, I'd marry somebody from Wendy's. I don't get or Walmart
I don't
or
care either.
Target.
As long as
Shit,
I'm happy.
they ain't gotta have. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Like I'll take care of the bills and stuff like that. But as
These
long
days,
as you're,
I don't want
yeah, they
a
don't have to
doctor.
be a boss chick
No,
or whatever this
I've
shit or
dated those. They the worst goddamn information I ever had.
yeah,
Or
like or
maybe
somebody who just works a regular 8 to a
we want the
8 hour
same
shift.
thing. We enjoy the same thing. We ain't gotta go crazy. And that's what I
Right.
said. But meet your again. That's why I ask these questions to meet the expectation. What is it going to cost me? Because if all I need is this, and all you need is this, and we can be happy and coexist. If we're bringing in 150 grand together, we should be able to be happy. So as long as we meet our expectations amongst each other and we have what we need, but because of everything around us and everybody want to outlive everybody else, the expectation pole goes higher, higher, and higher. I got to have an $80,000 car. I got to drive. I got to live in a $800,000 house. Why? Do I need that? And we don't realize all the shit we spend to get into a house for 50 years, and then the
Right.
last other of your life, you try to get rid of that shit and downsize. Well, fuck, I quit buying that shit, getting in the first goddamn place. Know what the fuck you need
All right.
and live with that shit. You buy all this house, you got a 5-bedroom house, the wife built all that shit up, and then when y'all 60, you have a garage sale to get rid of this shit, then you downsize. We done spent all this year paying for this shit we didn't want. Look, this is what we need, baby. Let's go travel. We got a nice little house. We got 2 nice little cars. We go where we want to go. We happy, but we stressing out trying to get shit we don't fucking need half the time.
Okay.
We just don't need. So
all right. Well, let's get to some of these comments. Hey Sasha, can you read that one comment right here?
Did she put her glasses on?
Oh, you cut. I can't hear you. Oh, you muted. You're on mute.
Oh, expectations of the self are healthy, but putting expectations on other people is unrealistic. Your projections will never be met because they are something you invented in your head.
What do you think about that?
Definitely disagree, and I've already talked about that. I think that you have to have expectations of other people. If you don't expect anything from other people, then they can just treat you like anything. And again, you have to have expectations and
I'm with
boundaries
her on that one.
for
You gotta
other
have
people.
some.
You have to have
Just you
something. Like
gotta have
if I
some.
don't
I mean,
expect you to slap
if
me, you slap
yeah,
me.
yeah, you just gonna sell for anything
Right?
with no
Yeah.
expectations. What the fuck?
Yeah. I
No,
have expectations. Yeah.
I'm gonna have some. But unrealistic high expectations sometimes get out of it. That's why
Right.
again I asked that question: how much is it gonna cost? So we know we're on the same page.
Don't
Nothing's
you?
being unrealistic, and you understand that right off. If you think it's
Right.
unrealistic, then you tell them, well, I think that's a little unrealistic.
That's fine. Then we'll have a conversation then. Oh,
Conversation
you think
about it.
that's
Exactly.
unrealistic? Well, I think it's not. Okay.
Right. See,
Well, then
that's where
we
you go with that.
just
Exactly.
bye.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So you know.
Everybody knows.
That, exactly. It keeps it
Okay.
very
So
simple.
it also said McDonald also says, don't you think it's better to expect not on others but expect more out of ourselves? What do you think about that?
No, you
It's
teach
still,
people
yeah.
how to treat you. I tell you how to treat
Right.
you. You don't get to tell me how you're gonna treat me
Right.
based on how
You
you
gotta have
expect.
some expectation.
I tell
In the
you
fucking
how I
world.
expect to be treated, and if you cannot do so, then that's fine. It's nothing against me. It's more so about me having boundaries on what I'm going to allow in my
Thank
life.
you. That's like going to
It's just
work.
that
I got
simple.
expectation with my boss talking to me a certain goddamn way. Just because you pay me, don't mean you can talk to me the goddamn way you want. That's expectation. Like she expect my ass to come to work to be on goddamn time and do my job. You expect shit out of everybody that's in your circle. I expect you to respect my boundaries. I expect you to do these certain things if you're gonna be in my goddamn circle. So if you got expectations about people you're around, the fuck you around the people for?
Exactly.
Hell,
All
that's
right,
crazy as hell.
Kevin, what do you think? Okay. The question is, it says, or don't you think it's better to expect not on others but expect more out of ourselves when it comes to relationships?
I expect myself to hold my
Well,
expectations.
you got to respect yourself first before you can help your significant other. That's if you love your significant other. What I found out in my marriage is you got to correct yourself on a lot of things. Like we know when we make mistakes, but as a person, you got to sit down and correct your mistakes for the marriage to work. So my thing is, I had to sit down and take a look at myself and see what I was doing wrong. Because my thing was I was blaming everything on my significant other when it was me, and I had to sit down and figure that out and see what I was doing wrong. So right now in my relationship, I would say I have a peaceful relationship, and I never thought in my whole life of living that I would be able to say that. But peace
But
to me
Mike,
is not arguing, not fussing, but having, as I would say, what we call that,
Peace.
yeah,
peace.
but
But Mike, but the question is, but do you have certain expectations of your wife, just like she's had certain expectations of
yeah,
you?
yeah, yes, I do, and
Right. And they're
and
not
she's
unrealistic.
starting,
Right.
and she's starting to live up to those expectations. But my thing is, it takes two to make a relationship work, and when y'all on the same frequency, then everything is cool, man. I never thought that would happen, but part of my
Yeah.
relationship was me, not trusting. See, I had to learn how to trust too.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you got to repair yourself if there's a problem with you too. But the question
right.
was,
And that's what I sat down and did. I had to
yeah, but what the
repair.
guy was saying though, we shouldn't put expectations on other people. That's bullshit. I'm not gonna be in a relationship
No,
with somebody that
if you're in a relationship, yes, you have to have
certain
expectations.
expectations. Yeah,
You have
but
to,
that guy,
because it'll never work if you don't.
right?
It'll
But
never
the other
work.
guy said we shouldn't have expectations of others. That's bullshit. What kind of
Oh no,
relationship you
yeah,
have if you
yeah,
have none? No,
yeah.
that don't make. Yeah, that's what the point is. You know, but though you were happy in your relationship, your expectation that you did have of your wife, she's met. That's why your ass is still happy. and vice versa. You
Right.
know, you met her expectation. That's why she's still here with your ass. So y'all both had expectations y'all met for each other.
But my
they
thing
weren't
is,
unrealistic.
it took years for us to truly understand each other.
Yeah.
It took years because well, everybody that knows me, they know it was hard for me to trust a woman because of my lifestyle. You know, I had a certain lifestyle, so it was very hard to trust a woman. But then I had to realize, you know, I married her for a reason. So, you know, over the years, I had to break that wall down so I could understand my wife too. You know, I wanted her to understand everything I did and everything I was about. But, you know, I didn't give her that same, I didn't give her that same support. So now, you know, and I had to see things in my life to see that she was really there for me. And when I realized that she was really there for me no matter what, hey, it is what it is, man. And my thing is, I got peace in my relationship. I truly have
Because
peace.
you know why
We don't have arguments, we have disagreements now.
you know why you have peace in your relationship, Mike? Because y'all both met each other's expectations and y'all
Right.
make each other
Right.
happy. So what I'm saying, that guy that made that statement about we should not expect stuff from other people, we both didn't agree with that. Because you got to have expectations, and that's what you with someone. But the reason you still happy because y'all both met each other's expectations of one another, and y'all work it out, and y'all happy.
But you have to know that person you with too. You can be with a person
still,
for all your life and not know them.
But you still said, but you still had expectations of her when you met her, and she also had some of you. That's my point. And y'all met, and the reason y'all still together, because at some point y'all met each other's expectations.
We did.
And there's no again. So how you can say you could be like that guy can say he could be in a relationship with somebody and not have expectations? I'm just gonna say you crazy as hell, because you setting yourself up for a miserable life if you don't have some expectations of somebody you dealing with. Well, you gonna just bend over, get a dildo, and just let them have at your ass.
But as you know, it's a lot of people that accept anything too. That's because my thing is, if you with a real woman and if she with a real man and y'all together, both of y'all together is not going for no bullshit. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to let no bullshit into your life, because
you're going to meet each other's expectations. You're going to meet each other's expectations.
And that's but you got a lot of friends, family, a lot of they it's crazy to say this, but you know, long as I've been living, it's a lot of people in my life I had to get rid of because they don't want to see neither one of y'all happy. It's like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. They don't want to see happiness.
And you met another expectation of your relationship to get rid of somebody you don't need.
Yeah, you got to. You got to get rid of negativity. You have to.
Right. And your spouse is going to expect that of you to keep y'all happy.
But you expect that of them too.
So there's always expectations in any fucking relationship of each other.
Right.
So my argument was that guy that said we shouldn't expect something from others that you're involved with. That's crazy as hell. You set yourself up for misery.
Well, you don't have. My thing, somewhere in his relationship, he's accepting certain things that he shouldn't be to
be happy.
To what he called happiness.
Happiness, yeah. Exactly.
And that's why I was talking about the whole competitiveness. When you're fulfilling a person's your significant other's expectations, realistic expectations, that's competing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't look at it that way, but that's
I know you don't like the word.
Apples and oranges. That word just makes it sound like it's a contest. So that's
But if I'm breaking it down, if you really understand how I'm breaking it down to where that it is competing, because it's not saying that I'm gonna hunt this other man down to fest my woman's love. That's not what I'm saying. Is just me doing everything that I'm supposed to do within the relationship, Hell, even going above and beyond. Maybe doing some things that maybe not normally do
But that
to
makes the relationship special. You expect,
right.
you hope that
Correct.
whoever you with feels enough about your ass to do something special for you. You know, that's an expectation everybody would like to have. I like on my birthday, I hope somebody I love at least come and give me something, a hug or something. Father's Day, so you have expectations of my kids. You fuckers better call me on Father's Day or send me a text or something. You might not send me a letter. My expectation, you better say something. So we have expectations of all people we love around us that we engage in. That's part of life. You're not gonna be with somebody you don't have some type of expectation from them because they're in your life. It may not be ridiculous, but it's just if the expectation is just being nice to me and speaking nice to me, that's an expectation that you want other people to treat you correctly or whatever. So you have expectations of anyone you come encounter with. If you don't, you better watch your ass because you don't know what you're gonna get hit with. Plain and simple.
I hear you. All right, let's get some of these comments. We have somebody had, hey K Dot, when you were with Sweet Tea and DMA, I didn't realize that was you. I asked in the chef, who is the beautiful chocolate man. Sorry, I didn't know it was you. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. Shout out Mama Bear Audits. Expecting great things from ourselves. Let's get better, etc. Many people expect something from someone like if they were, someone like if they owe you something. That's entitlement. That's entitlement, in my opinion. I don't think anybody should come into the relationship entitled.
No.
I get what you're saying, but yeah,
that'll never work either.
Right. It really would.
That'll never work.
That'll never ever work.
But if you're in a relationship and you're doing something, you're doing it out because you love that person. You shouldn't be looking for something in return. You know, people that do that because they expect something in return.
Well, not necessarily true.
Some people,
you should be doing. If I'm doing something, I expect to get something back. Like it's a give and take.
Right, but everything you do should be because you're doing it because you expect something in return. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if I come home and I come to my wife or my woman and just kiss her, give something, just let her know I feel, not necessarily I do anything, just appreciate what I did, and not have to expect something more or other than that. Why can't you just be a simple gesture? And
so we got another comment and it says standards are not the same as expectations. Well, why don't we just do this? I think it is, but I could. What do you? Let's look up the definition. Expectation. Expectation definition.
Google it.
I think they
expectation. Expectations, the definition is a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future. A belief that someone will or should achieve something. Okay, so that's expectations. And what was the other one? Standards. Definition of standards. I don't want to, again, I'm just putting a definition out there because I don't want to feel like I'm throwing my definition. I want to throw a definition. There's a difference. So it's standard is a noun, a level of quality or attainment, an idea or thing used as a measure, norm, or model in comparative evaluations. Used or accepted as normal or average.
I think.
Okay, you know what? I think the word standard is maybe better than expectation.
I do too.
Because you have standards. That's a perfect word. Everyone has standards they expect to be
right
from wherever. So maybe that's again choice of words.
See,
Like
that's
the
why I
word
read the
be.
definition.
Right.
I think you're right. Standards is the foundation,
Yeah.
and then expectations is what you build on that foundation.
The
Right.
foundation is
So
standards.
you gotta have a foundation to build a house, and it can't be built on sand. Right.
And he's got
So
and you gotta have certain standards you gotta meet to build that house correctly.
would you agree, Cuz?
Yeah, you have to. That's a relationship, standards and expectations. I mean, it's building and understanding that person you building your relationship with. Because if it's one sided, like I said, if it's one sided, it'll never work. You can't. If you love somebody and you really don't feel that love coming from them, then it will never build, because you don't feel the same thing they feel. You see it because they're showing you. I mean, if you've been in a relationship to where you love somebody, but you see that they're not giving you back that same love, it'll never work.
See it coming, yeah. So again,
right, it'll never work.
Standards are a better word than expectation. Okay, because again, whether you want to play with the words, everyone has either standards of expectations of people they're dealing with outside themselves.
Well,
so if you're in a relationship,
kind of sounds like almost the same thing.
Constitutional auditor said expectations are more like, I did this and that, and I expect you to do that and this.
Okay, so again, it's a play of words. Is standard a better word to use other than expectations? Because everyone has certain standards for themselves and for people they deal with to coexist.
Well, it's kind of like if I give you a job, right? If I give you a job and
you should have certain standards.
I expect you to be to work on time, right?
So is that a standard or expectation?
But it's to me, long as I've been living, it's almost like the same thing.
I think that's why people. That's why
I mean,
word expectation they use.
It's a difference, but it's a difference, but it's the same. It's the same thing, pretty much.
To me, so but instead of people using the word standard, they use the word expectation. Basically, to me, it's the same goddamn thing. I have standards where I expect people to do it to be around me.
It means different, but in my world, I grew up, it's the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
tomatoes. I'm
right.
sorry,
it's the same.
So, so we got a couple of more. It said the prize is that who take care of children who are not theirs and raise them. He would be explaining the stepfather.
Yeah,
that's what I did state that. I did state that. That's the truth. That's because he would be adding to a situation that was already there. You know what I'm saying? He's not necessarily taking back anything. And at the end of the day, what's the benefit of being,
There was none that we thought.
So if he has to understand. He has to understand that. It takes trust in a relationship to become interdependent. No, not necessarily. It takes. I just had it in my head. What it takes is not dating with scarcity and dating with intent. That's what it takes. Trust builds over time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if I'm the type of person, if you didn't give me any reason not to trust you, I'm not just gonna go in. I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't do anything to me.
But how many people you knew they got into relationships and they didn't trust them when they got into a relationship? To me, that's crazy as hell. But it's people that have done that. I don't trust you, but at the same time, they're still with you.
Right. Then you shouldn't be with that person.
Yeah, but how many times have you seen them still be with that person that they don't trust? And I'd be like, what is the purpose?
Right. Like, but that's dating with scarcity.
Right.
That's dating you dating with a wall up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, how am I supposed to get to you and connect with you on
you don't
so
trust
many
me.
spiritual
And
and
you don't
physical
trust
or
me.
any type of levels, and you got the wall up? There's no way that I can come in at all.
Yo, man, y'all getting past my bedtime, man. You know, I'm an old fart. You know, so you know, we gonna wrap
see
this up.
we see you laying down. You're giving us all the hints.
I'm about to go.
We still got like 15 minutes left in the show. We got 15
No,
minutes.
you got 15 minutes left on the show. I got one.
Hold on. Says
All right, let's go.
rich man equals prize equals okay.
So who's the prize? The beautiful man or the beautiful woman?
No, it says
rich. Who's the prize? The rich man or the beautiful woman? Because you just said the rich man and the beautiful woman. How many beautiful women can the rich man get?
As many as he wants.
In the world that we live in the world that we live in, as many as he wants.
Ain't no such thing as an ugly millionaire. I'm just saying.
No, oh hell no. As Jay-Z.
I'ma just
ain't no saying money make an ugly man look real good.
You looking kind of good over there, player. You know what I'm saying? Like you looking.
That's what I done seen. What I done seen since I've been living, I done seen the ugliest men that drive the nicest cars, dress nice, and smell good, but they got the baddest women. And ugly is sin in a book, but they got the baddest everything. Yeah,
just like me, they just crazy.
And
they look like death on the corner sucking a lifesaver.
Old school. That's competition. That's competition.
What's competition?
What he just that an uglier man gotta compete way harder than a man who looked like a supermodel.
Right.
Let's just keep it 1,000.
But hold on. Got $1 million,
if that wallet looks like this,
that's what I'm saying.
If his wallet looks like this, he don't have no problems. I promise you.
He ain't competing no more.
A woman's standards. Hold on. A woman's standards when it comes to a man with that money.
Yes.
It's almost like they ain't got none.
Right.
Because it seems like the road to happiness is having anything you want. And that woman knows if she get that man and she making him feel like $1 million, which he
how much is it gonna cost?
She gonna get whatever she want.
I'm gonna ask it again. How much is it gonna cost me to make you my woman? Which
makes you the prize.
How much is it cost me? Because if I got millions of dollars, I can do what the hell
we got a comment. We got a comment from Mama Bear. It says, "But you want a woman who has Cinderella syndrome, who is constantly needs saving or does a little bit of independence, not strain the relations." Look, independent. I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not want an independent woman. Period. I want an interdependent woman. And Cinderella was a feminine woman, was she not? Just saying. But she cooked, she cleaned, she sewed, she did all that type of stuff. And guess what? She got the man, which was the prince. And was the prince the prize? I think so. I'm just saying.
Well, hell, if you living in poverty and working like a slave,
prince was the prize.
This is what history is showing everybody. Men, we really don't care. If we're happy, we're happy. We don't care if you don't have shit. As long as you taking care of us and making us happy, we truly don't care, for real. Y'all think it's money and clothes and shit.
Right.
We'll take if you look decent enough, we'll take you in house coat and house shoes. We don't give a shit. Because y'all women know this. Y'all know this. Y'all done had men whistling and hollering at you in some damn sweats and a t-shirt. That's because we don't care. It's y'all that care. Oh shit, he gotta have this, and this, and the shit that we gotta have to get with y'all. It's almost that's almost impossible. But us, we don't care. We don't care.
Do you know how many $300 pair of shoes I got to buy to keep y'all goddamn women looking at me?
Old school. And he's speaking the facts right now. He said, Cliff, thank you, Cliff Williams. He said independence and femininity can coexist?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. I thought he said it can't. My bad.
No, he's saying it could.
Okay, making it okay. Independent and and femininity does not coexist. I'm sorry. It does not coexist. For you to be independent, I'm talking about you cannot be independent in a relationship. It makes no sense.
Because you telling that man I don't need you.
That relationship will never last. No, it would never last ever. That would never last. If you have one person that's doing everything in a relationship, that's not going to last, because if it's a relationship means truly I need help. That means if you down and out, fuck you. See you later. Bye. That's what that means to me. That's exactly what it means.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up the definition, and again, I'm all about definition. Independent.
Oh shit! I've been working this part-time job.
Relationship that don't make no sense. Not independent in no relationship.
I totally forgot, dude. Oh my
Unless
goodness.
you fucking with somebody with no arms and no legs.
It says free from outside control.
Yeah, I didn't get off work at 5:30. Oh man. I do. I started this part-time job at this for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, y'all. The thing is, independent means free from outside control, not depending on another's authority. 2, not depending on another for livelihood or substance.
Thank you.
So independence cannot it can't coexist with him.
Not in a relationship.
Not in a relationship.
It just
won't work. Simple as that. Hey Ellie, how you doing? Keeper of the list, thank you. An error, not a mistake, unless you fail to correct it. Okay. Mama Bear, how have you? Okay, this is something totally different. Okay. All right, I think. Ellie, welcome to the show, mamas. Says expectations and is the communication of your standards. Okay.
I agree with that.
Ellie said, sorry, I disagree. Elon Musk is butt ugly. Elon Musk is butt ugly, and he needs to bring more of the money to the table.
Yeah, but what woman wouldn't be with him?
That's a fairy tale, and that's what they want you to believe about Cinderella. I agree. It is a fairy tale, but y'all also indulged in that fairy tale too. Y'all expecting someone to come save y'all.
You know, I seen some on YouTube the other day. This woman is suing a man for $10,000 because he didn't show up to a date. I mean, how many women have did men like that?
Oh shit!
I mean, me. Whoo!
I'd be rich.
Yeah.
I'd be rich.
we just see, for men, we have to sweep shit under the rug, but that's just craziness to me.
I'm sorry. Oh, you okay? I'm sorry. Ellie said, I expect to be treated with the same kindness I give.
Yeah, that's agreeable.
That's
agreeable.
She said, I expect my husband to be himself and for me to be myself. Okay.
It's kind of hard for a man to be himself because some things you cannot say to a woman, wife or no, not.
Okay.
It's seriously. There's just some things you can't say to a woman, wife or not.
Okay. Okay. Here you go. Hold on. I'm trying to get to all the comments. Ooh, y'all commenting today, y'all. And I appreciate keep the comments coming in.
Read some of them.
Let's see. I wouldn't be with Elon. Okay. Y'all say that? Okay. Okay, if y'all say so. Forgot to look up the definition of femininity. I will absolutely look up the definition of femininity.
It don't mean what a lot of people think.
Definition of femininity.
It doesn't mean what a lot of people think.
Okay. Femininity. I want everybody to listen up close. Femininity. Qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of a woman. There's a difference between a woman and a female. I'll say it again. Qualities and attributes regarded as characteristics of a woman. She alternated between embracing her femininity and concealing it. I'm just saying. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the love. Appreciate you, Cliff, for the $5. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay. I expect old school not to be on his cell phone. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, old school, she got you.
Yeah.
Get him, Ellie.
You can't argue
Get him,
about that.
Ellie.
Can't argue about
Get
that.
him, Ellie.
Yeah.
We had 15 minutes. I'm gonna be gone now. Y'all, you know what?
She got you.
Yeah, she
All
got
right, I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that today. That's all right.
You got to.
Somebody finally got his ass. Somebody got it. Good looking, Ellie.
Good man. I had a long distance call.
They
I'm
paying
sorry.
attention. They
Yeah,
paying
see?
attention, old school.
Don't it feel bad, Mike, when you can't argue back?
Can't say a word. All right, I'm gonna take that one. I apologize. Lord have mercy. Y'all call
That's
y'all
right.
hard on bro. Y'all hard on the bro.
Uh-huh.
Tell Ellie, I'm sorry, honey. I sighed.
What? Annie apologizing?
Uh-huh.
I sighed. God.
Ellie says, sorry, old school. Much love.
Right. Woo, brother,
Get on his ass. That's what I'm talking about. All
right, man. We gotta wrap this up. I got things to do, man.
All right, you're right. We got about we about to wrap it up. We're gonna finish out with final thoughts. Old school, we're gonna start with you. What is your final thoughts, sir, about this concept?
I told you, just like I said at the end. Look, women so much are the prize, but men, if you're a real man, you already know you're the prize when you go over there. So all we gotta do is let them feel like they're the prize and bring them on, because in the end, you will become the prize, and she would know it. So if you're running your game the way you got to run, y'all both the prize. And again, the prize is making that relationship work and making it successful. That's the prize. So you got two people trying to make that prize work. But most men, like you say, I already know I'm the prize when I come and approach your ass. You know you're getting something. I'm going to let you know you're getting something. But I'm going to allow you to be the prize and make you feel good. But I'm going to tell you at the end, I'm the prize, baby. I'm going to make your life what you need to be. So, hey.
All right.
It is what it is.
All right.
That's
Cuz,
how I roll.
go ahead with your final thought.
I'm the prize, but it at the same time, my wife is the prize, because we it's like where I'm at in my life right now. I couldn't live without my prize like she couldn't live without hers. And it took me and her understanding each other that we're both the prize.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people. I don't know if it's a lot of people that would agree with me or wouldn't agree with me, but at my point of life, I'm happy. I never thought I would be this happy in my life. I don't have a lot of worries when it comes to my wife, and she don't have a lot of worries because I'm not out there doing kid shit. Like I tell people, to make a relationship work, it takes a man and a woman. I'm that man and I got that woman. So I am truly happy. I know what peace feels like. And if you don't feel like you know what peace feel like, then you need to sit down and think about what's going on in your relationship. Because I have peace. I don't have to put my key in the door and stand there and wonder what kind of bullshit am I opening my door up to when I go in my house. Because at the end of the day, when you leave outside of that door, all the shit we have to put up with, then to come home and put up with that same shit, that's madness to me. Sanity. That you have to go through that same shit in your own home. So when I say I'm at peace, I'm at peace. I understand what peace feels like. I can have a disagreement. After that disagreement, I'll get upset. I'll go somewhere. I'll think about it, and I'll come back, and me and my wife will sit down and we'll talk about it. So if you ain't at that point in your life, you need to sit down and figure some shit out, because it's a good feeling to be happy. It's a good feeling.
He's happy. Right. He's always smooching. He's always with his wife smooching around us. Quit smooching your wife around us. I'm sick of you and your lovely wife. They take us. God stands to death. Correct.
All right. My final thought is. I think the man is the prize. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. But in all actuality, the successful relationship is the prize. It really is. Especially if two people are interdependent, not independent, not for oneself, but for each other to create. I mean, it's kind of like you can't have a seed without soil to plant it in. You know, everybody has their individual part. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their individual part. Love on each other, love one another. Women, I love you. Even though sometimes you be like, what the hell is K-Dot talking about? But the reason why I did this show is to bring people together and to have those tough conversations and have emotional therapy. In other words, you know, this is awesome that you are in a relationship that you are at peace with. Talking about you, Mike. Ellie said K-Dot is a savage. He even wears it on his shirt.
That's crazy.
Damn, Ellie be noticing every damn thing.
She ain't missing nothing.
She will call you on your shit.
Oh,
that's why I love Ellie. I love you, Ellie.
Here we go, man. Before she gets something else. Let's go. Go.
Damn. I can't argue.
Go. Come on.
Oh man. Okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna wrap it up. I think we did pretty good. It's a 2-hour show. And I thank you guys for having a great dialogue. I think this is like one of our best shows. Because you know, people contributing to to the show and offering their comments. We even got 3 super chats in here, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you for Cliff. I appreciate you, sir. Cliff Williams. You know what I'm saying, and I appreciate you doing that. Also, Otto the Watchdog. He also donated to the show as well. You guys are the best, man. I want y'all to do me a favor. Email me at djk.theparty@gmail.com and I'm gonna allow you guys to pick the next topic. Send me a suggestion of what the next topic should be, and I'll discuss it depending on what I think is the best topic out of that. So I want y'all to know. I want y'all to know. See, he a whole superhero. All right, y'all. You guys have a great night. You know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ K Dot and my guy over here. Over here. There we go.
That's my dog.
Old school in the building. Appreciate you guys. Y'all drive home safe, drink responsibly, all that type stuff. It's your boy DJ K Dot, and we out. One love.